Lying is an extremely common behavior with ADHD, especially younger children. Most of the time, and the parents that I work with are always super concerned because they think, I'm raising a sociopath. Why is my child lying? This is not the kind of, family morals that we have. But the issue, especially with younger children, is they are desperately trying to undo something their brain made them do that they really didn't want to do. Okay, so they just did something impulsive before they had an opportunity to even consider whether they should do it or not. And now they've gone and done it, and they may have even surprised themselves, and they really wish they hadn't done it. And they know they're probably going to get in trouble for doing it. And so they hope that by saying it didn't happen or that they didn't do it, that they can somehow undo it. That maybe they'll have a shot at you believing them that they didn't do it. And so, no, you're not raising a sociopath. You're not raising a bad kid. It's almost the opposite, right? Because you're raising a kid who recognizes, yikes, I wish I hadn't done that. And I would really like to try to undo it by lying about it. Now, in the case of a divorce, lying can often take on a whole other dynamic. And that is that you may have a child who is lying about what is happening in the other home. And this may be because they think it's what you want to hear. They often feel as though they're at fault for the divorce, and they see that you're sad when they leave you. Maybe they're having a great time in the other house, and they feel really bad that you're by yourself. So they might want to be conflating bad things that are happening in the other home to make you feel better. And so if they're lying about things that are like that are happening in the other home, take a deep breath before you freak out, because a lot of parents will wind up thinking like, oh my gosh, that other parent just can't take care of this kid. Like they're eating candy for dinner. They're going to bed at 2 a.m. When that really might not be happening, or it might not be happening to the degree that your child is representing. Divorce, any kind of change in the family, it's going to come with some really big feelings. The best way to start to manage your child's big feeling is by owning your own. It's really good modeling. We can't hide what we're feeling from our kids. We might think that we can, but they are so in tune and they can sense it. So it's really okay for you to say, yeah, you know what? I'm feeling really sad right now. But it's okay. I'm not going to feel like this forever. It's going to pass. But today I feel sad, and that's okay. If they have trouble verbalizing and they're acting out their feelings instead, it might be helpful for you to name, pardon me, what you see. Excuse me. It might for you to name what you think you're seeing them feel, and to normalize those feelings for them. Like, yeah, you know what? This is really hard right now. Things are very different and you're moving around a lot, and I get it. And that's okay. It's okay for you to be sad right now. If verbalizing is a struggle and they're young, consider having them draw their feelings, make up songs about it, make up dances about it. You might want to watch movies or read stories that deal with loss, and then talk about what the characters are struggling with and whether your child identifies with that character and how they're managing their loss. Reassure your child and reassure them even when you think they don't need reassurance. They might be very quiet about it, but they probably, especially if they're younger, think that on some level they caused this to happen. And so you want to remind them over and over that this is not their fault. And that while a parent's love for each other might change and look different, a parent's love for their child never changes, and that will always stay, and you will always love them. As I mentioned with the teens, really listen. We have a tendency to go right into fix-it mode because we want our child to feel better. But sometimes the growth opportunity with them is not fixing, but just listening. Be aware of their tendency to want to caretake you and manage your own sadness. Find ways to help them soothe. Maybe they need the sensory box. If they stim, giving them room to stim. And then pay attention to regression and worsening signs and know when maybe you need a higher level of care by, with therapy. Just a quick word about wording too is to be sensitive about how you refer to the divorce, right? Your family is not getting divorced. Your child's family, regardless of whether it looks a little bit different and it's spread across 2 homes, your child's family is still their family. And constantly referring to it as the family can be very helpful for your child.